These are cases where police officers fall into deadly traps set by criminals, beginning with the ruthless criminal who lured cops to his home only to ambush them.
Who's all in the house?
It's me.
At 2 a.m. on February 11th, 2022, Phoenix police officers rushed to the home of 36-year-old Morris Richard Jones III after he reported that armed intruders had broken in and shot his wife.
Phoenix 911, where is your emergency?
It's a gunshot wound.
There's a gunshot wound.
Where?
We got an intruder.
We had an intruder.
Baby, wake up. It's a gunshot wound. We had an intruder.
I got that. Can I talk to one person who got shot?
My wife. They came in here trying to rob us. They came in here and robbed us.
The officers quickly reached the residence, ready to intervene and save Richard's dying wife, not realizing they were heading into a trap.
Come on. Come on. You sucking our own blood. Come on, bro. Come on.
Who's all in the house?
Huh?
Who's all in the house?
It's me.
Who's you? I've been shot. No.
Richard opened fire on the officers, with the one at the front taking the brunt of the attack, suffering multiple gunshots to the chest before managing to escape. The other officers were also hit, forcing them to retreat, call for backup, and secure the building's perimeter. Meanwhile, Richard barricaded himself. Richard's brother, who was also inside the house, emerged carrying the couple's infant and surrendered to the police. As officers rushed to rescue the infant, whom the brother had placed on the front porch, Richard struck once again.
Hey, come with me. Baby. Door. I got the baby.
Several other officers were shot, and others were injured by shrapnel during the rescue attempt. Eventually, SWAT officers arrived with advanced equipment to try and save the baby.
I need it. Here, give me the baby. Give me the baby. Go.
Shortly after, SWAT officers breached the home and found the suspect dead on the floor from what was later determined to be self-inflicted gunshot wounds. They also discovered the body of his wife, 29-year-old Shatifa Lobley, whom he had shot. In total, 9 officers were injured during the encounter, with the first responding officer suffering the most severe wounds. However, all the officers survived. In the next case, the suspect, acting like a deranged individual, attempted to blow up the officers who arrived at his home.
James, stay away from your front door.
On December 4th, 2023, an Arlington police officer on patrol rushed to a residence after hearing what sounded like gunfire. Upon arriving at the apartment, he chose not to enter after neighbors warned him that the homeowner was a reclusive conspiracy theorist who believed the U.S. government was targeting him with spies. The officer later determined that the sounds he had heard were flares fired by the suspect, who had barricaded himself inside. Recognizing the unstable behavior of the homeowner, 56-year-old James Yu, the officer immediately called for backup.
Arlington County Police! Stop shooting the flares! Mr. Yu, can you hear me? Mr. Yu!
The suspect continued firing flares for hours into the night, prompting officers to evacuate nearby residents while still opting not to enter the home. Eventually, SWAT officers brought in an armored vehicle to breach the door, as none of the officers were willing to enter blindly, unsure of what kind of ambush might await them.
James, Arlington Police, come to the front door with your hands up. Do it now. We have your building surrounded. You're not leaving. Come to the door now with your hands up. James, this is the Arlington Police Department. We need you to move away from your front door. James, stay away from your front door. Stay away from your front door.
As the armored vehicle breached the front door, James opened fire, but no officers were hit as they remained inside the vehicle, while others maintained a safe distance. Unable to reach or communicate with James after breaching the door, the officers proceeded to break through the windows, unaware of the evil plans James had planned for them. James had retreated to his basement and ignited kegs of gasoline, triggering a massive explosion. The officers attempting to breach the windows were fortunate to be inside a heavily armored vehicle, as the outcome could have been drastically different. Here are various other angles of the explosion. Fortunately, all officers not inside the armored truck were far enough from the explosion to avoid severe harm, though several sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The incident ultimately became a body recovery mission for James, who was caught in his own explosion. The next case was utterly insane, with the suspect relentlessly setting trap after trap for the unsuspecting police officers. On March 29, 2024, a Sparks police officer in Nevada pulled over 34-year-old Anthony Wade, who was driving a Ford truck without license plates, unaware that he was walking into a trap.
Shots fired! Shots fired! It's going westbound, eastbound! I'm shot. It's just 1050.
Wade opened fire on the officer, who narrowly escaped injury by sheer luck, as a bullet grazed his neck and head, while his vest stopped another. Wade fled in his vehicle, but crashed shortly afterward, then ran on foot, triggering a police lockdown of the entire neighborhood. Soon after, dispatch received calls from a homeowner, reporting that the suspect had broken into her house, prompting the rapid deployment of numerous armed officers to the scene.
He was on the backyard and came inside.
Where is he?
I think he went to the other house.
Hey, just cover me just in case the guy might be in there. Show me your hands. Sparks police. Put your hands up. Stop. That doesn't look like anyone's in there. Alright, so we have a critical incident that's going on. It's kind of dangerous right now. Did anyone jump inside your yard or backyard? No. Where are you headed to? Okay. What I need you to do, can you go inside your house and shelter in place? Let's get this family out of here.
Unknowingly to the officers, Wade was hiding in the back seat of a car, holding the homeowner hostage. He had intended for her to drive him out of the neighborhood, but when that was no longer an option, he forced her back into the house. Before officers could piece everything together and return to search the residence, being the closest to the one he had previously broken into, Wade was already lying in wait, this time with more traps prepared.
What up, please? Hey, stand up. Are you hurt? No. Get her out. Get her out. Get her out. Get her. I got you.
One of the officers immediately dragged the hostage to safety, while several brave officers stayed behind to confront Wade.
No, he's in back away. He's shooting me. Get a shield. Hold it. Stay right here, man. Get the fuck out of there!
One of the officers was shot, but his vest stopped the bullet, while another narrowly survived after a bullet struck his hearing protection. However, the ordeal didn't end there. The suspect managed to escape once again, this time caught on a police drone as he jumped a fence into another property, prompting officers to quickly rescue the woman inside. Wade then barricaded himself in the home, refusing to surrender despite hours of failed negotiations. When SWAT officers finally breached the house, they found no sign of him, but as they moved toward the garage, they were walking straight into another trap.
I got you.
The officers retreated once again as Wade opened fire on them. After 2 hours of attempting to make verbal contact without a response, they advanced toward the garage once more, where they discovered Wade lying dead. An autopsy later confirmed that he had died from